Let Me Ask My Dad podcast live in the studio, except it's not live. It's in the past.
Live to tape.
Live to tape. And tape to live.
Ooh.
I'm Gabby Bryan, and who are you?
I am still David Bryan.
That's good to hear.
And you're still Gabby Bryan.
And that's the truth.
Exactly.
And we are coming off of a fierce weekend of drinking and partying in Nashville, Tennessee, America.
Yes, we opened the Bon Jovi bar.
JBJ's.
JBJ Bon Jovi on Broadway, and the band played.
It was actually so awesome.
5 songs.
You guys played 5 songs. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe a speech, and you guys did full 5 songs.
No, we did it, and John was singing his ass off to show the world
sounded great.
He's back with his vocal surgery. His worked. We did the record, and the record came out too.
Same time.
Yep, same day. How's that crazy?
And my favorite member of the band, other than you, I love you all equally, but for me, it's got to be Everett because he's the gay one. And obviously, I have an allegiance to that society of people. And it was so nice to see Everett. If you guys ever see a live Bon Jovi show, please focus your eyes on Everett. He is giving a performance of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah. That's one big old booty call right there.
Truly, he is a giant man. He has about 30 legitimate bells and whistles.
Yes.
Okay. He's surrounded by bells and whistles, and he is drumming on anything he could possibly drum on.
And he sings. He's got a voice like velvet.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
This weekend, I was drinking like the world was ending.
What they say, I'm drinking like I'm going to the chair.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was drinking tequila sodas like bottomless brunch at midnight.
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go. No, go ahead.
I couldn't because I was on antibiotics.
Yeah.
Which was, my doctor said you have to take them for 10 days and you can't drink. And I was like, I'd rather die. So he said it's probably not a smart choice. So that was the day too, the opening. So right after I was done playing.
Yeah.
Boom, 750 million drinks later. I went up and jammed with the band at 1:00 in the morning.
Boom. Episode title, Boom. Thank
Exactly.
you. It is true. The moment the clock struck midnight, you were going after it. You were trying to catch up for lost time.
10 days. It's not easy.
There was one day, we sort of abandoned you one day, me and Colton, my twin brother.
Yes, you did.
Friend of the pod. And I sort of arrived into space and time at 3 a.m. I had no shoes on. I was on the sidewalk eating a hot dog.
So proud.
So let's just say it was a good weekend.
It was?
And my friend and comedian Adam Rowe from Liverpool was in Nashville randomly. No one could understand a goddamn word he was saying. That was fun. So it was a good crossover episode.
It was fun.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say on that?
No, just getting over the hangover. Tylenol. Plug Tylenol.
We'd love a Tylenol sponsorship. It's Tylenol and Gas X and Mucinex. That's the Bryan Holy Trinity. If there was like a medieval
Axis.
crest
Yes.
of Bryan's, it would be, what would be on our crest?
Axis
Mucinex?
of evil.
What's that?
That's what the axis of evil, the 3.
I've never heard that.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, explain it.
That was it's about terrorists.
Oh, well,
the axis of
I'm not
evil.
going to worry about that actually.
This is terrorist medicine.
Bleep. Okay. Our crest, our family crest, Bryan family crest. Let's create it together.
MTG.
No, but I think one...
Mucinex, Tylenol, Gas X.
Well, but one image would be a pill bottle because there's 3 images.
Oh.
I would say another would be like a shot glass,
Yes.
right? And then what would the third one be?
I think just one shot glass with 3 pills.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think the third one would probably be like blonde.
Just the color blonde.
Just the color blonde.
A blonde piece of hair.
Yeah, just one hair.
One little hair.
I think
like
that's
it.
beautiful. If we could animate that, that'd be great.
Okay, great.
Okay, this is a miscellaneous episode of random questions, but we have our first Bryan-specific question. If you had to come up with your musician Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why? You go first.
God, that's easy. Just me.
Just you?
Yep, 3 of me. Just me, and me.
Really? Of different ages or just
No,
you right
same
now?
one. Just the same
guy,
one
same
right
guy.
there.
I think there's 4.
Then 4 of me. I would actually do 5 of me, just even make it one. We would trump Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's amazing. You would create something so much bigger and better.
Just one more me.
And what would you be wearing? Glasses on, glasses off?
Alternate.
Oh, really? That's an amazing visual. What hairstyle?
Same. What you're seeing right now, that's where we're going to go for. Just glasses off.
And where would your Mount Rushmore be?
New Jersey.
No. You get to pick anywhere. And you're still going to pick New Jersey?
Yes.
North, south, or central?
Yes. Well, we have to find mountains first. Actually, it should be at the Menlo Park Mall. Right above the mall.
Right next to the Rainforest Cafe?
Yes, right there.
Perfect answer. You are good at what you do.
That's why I'm here.
My Mount Rushmore would be obviously there's four faces on Mount Rushmore. You know my answer, all of the Jonas Brothers plus the bonus Jonas, the whole goddamn family. Okay? I'm talking Nick, I'm talking Joe, I'm talking Kevin, I'm talking Frankie. Okay? That's my Mount Rushmore. God bless you all. Joe, I know you're single. Reach out. What would be your actual Mount Rushmore of musicians? Because there's probably musicians listening that want to actually know what you choose. For me, it's just fun and flirty.
Yes, I would say it would have to be Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. It would have to be Jerry Lee Lewis for piano. Mm-hmm. It would have to be so hard with piano. Little Richard. Piano.
Oh, nice.
Right.
What about the guy you posted the other day with the sparkles all over the photo? You put a sparkle filter on this.
That's Rick Wakeman, but I think no, it's hard that last slot. It would have to be, got to put guitars in it. Got to put Jimmy Page.
Okay.
Can I get like 2 Rushmores?
Do a tiny mountain of B.
Oh, there's so many, right? It would have to be the Beatles, the Stones. Mine would be a whole rock wall. You could climb it.
You could climb it?
That's like a little rock wall with all little faces.
Oh, every single face is a little
nub?
a
little crippy thingy.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's rock and roll.
No women, huh? I don't think they were allowed to play instruments at that time.
No? Okay, well, I'll give you one. Since you're forcing me. Janis Joplin.
Okay. You can't give one more?
I don't think there are anymore.
That's true. You love Cher. Were we talking about Cher in the podcast?
Yeah, we love Cher. Probably Bonnie Raitt, though. Bonnie Raitt is kick-ass. She really could play and sing, and she's badass.
Who is that?
You don't know Bonnie Raitt?
Sing.
Google her.
Sing it, something.
I know you give me something to talk about.
Oh, how about love? Yeah, I know that.
There you go.
Bonnie,
I wasn't supposed to sing, now you made me sing.
Well, you could charge a little extra today.
Okay, good. Zelle $1 to David Bryan.
Zelle $1. You pay my rent, and then I'll Zelle you back about $15.
No.
That feels like a deal. Okay, are you ready for our questions?
I am. Wait, hold on. I'm ready.
Ow!
Bring it on.
Question 1. It's a long one.
Okay. Deep breath.
On Instagram, you guys said auto repair is something you are knowledgeable about. You are knowledgeable about.
Correct.
I barely know. My car, the engine light's on, by the way.
You know the word auto.
Yes.
And repair.
I know those 2 words. I know what they mean.
Exactly.
I don't know how to apply them to real life.
No.
My engine light is on, by the way.
You know what you do?
Take a picture and send it to you.
Nope. Go to the garage.
Okay. That's usually my B plan. A plan is, hello? Okay. My question is for both of you. Can you explain owning a car? I'm not the right person to ask about this. I got one recently, and I'm too stupid to understand the answers to my questions on Google. 95% of my friends just Uber, and my mom has been driven around by my dad her whole life. Oh, that's my dream. Like, what is a title? Is that different from a registration? What do I need to have in my car at all times, and what's the one I leave at home? What do I need to have in my car at all times, and what's the thing I leave at home?
I understand what you're trying to say.
Okay.
Is it a she?
I'm assuming. No offense. One thing I leave at home. Does my insurance go up when I run red lights? How do they know? This is my kind of girl. Did I write this? What kinds of maintenance are mandatory and which ones are suggestions? I don't want to ask my dad because he bought me the car and I'm embarrassed to ask these questions 5 months later. See, I love you and we are I'm assuming you're a 22-year-old girl like me. Because I have asked him these questions a million times. I still don't know the answers. The moment he starts answering the questions, I black out and I'm somewhere else. I'm thinking about the bonus Jonas, let's be honest. So I'd love to go over this with you as a community. Dad, let's start from the top.
So go, yeah, there's so many things there that the Google machine didn't answer for her or him or them. So
it's a her.
I think it's a her.
No doubt in my goddamn mind it's a her.
Okay, start with the top one.
Okay.
I think it was something about title registration.
Can you explain owning a car? That's the first.
Okay. You own a car when it's yours.
Great. That feels like we nailed that.
Okay, good.
I got one recently and I'm too stupid to understand the questions I put in my Google, blah, blah, blah. My friends just Uber and my mom has been driven around by my dad her whole life. That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Wow. What is a title?
I am Lord Brian. That's my title. A demigod, if you will.
A demigod?
Even.
What's the god half?
I don't even know what that meant. A semi-demi-hemigod.
A demigod is half god, half human. You don't know what that meant?
Oh, no, I'm all God. Sorry.
Darling, I'm 100%.
Silly humans. A title is so when you own a car, you have a title. That's like if you have a house, there's a deed. There's different words, but the car would be the title. So it has the car's VIN. Ready for this?
What's a VIN?
Vehicle identification number.
It's too much for me personally.
Each one, don't worry, this is all over your head. So that's the number by which the car is the car. And it has little VIN numbers all over it, so they can't, the windows have little numbers, all the things have numbers. So,
Same VIN.
Same VIN. So the title is that you own it.
Okay.
So you have to have this piece of paper. The title is when you buy it or buy it from anybody or somebody or anybody.
Yeah.
Short of an alien, then you have to take the title.
What would an alien do?
I don't know that transaction.
Personally, I can't speak to that.
It's otherworldly. But in this world, the title, you would take that, and that's what you keep, not in the car, because if somebody steals your car, then they get to own your car forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. You keep that in the safety deposit, in some fireproof safe you buy at Home Depot if they sponsor us. So or on the Amazon.
That'd be such a good sponsor.
So that's the title.
Wait, follow up.
Okay.
Where's mine? Where is my title to my car? Do you have that?
No, remember I mailed it to you?
But I thought I gave it back.
We have to check. I usually hold that stuff in my safe just because the unreliability of your safe.
In that I don't have one.
Exactly.
Lizzie, can you write down just a note, Gabby, check where her title is later?
No, remember you did it because you had to ship it to New York. I think you still have it. Maybe you sent it back.
I'm sure I gave it back to you.
We'll check. This is father-daughter banter here.
Thank you. I'll leave that over to Lizzie.
So that's the title.
Yeah.
The registration was the next question, right?
Yes.
Once you now it's your car. You have the title safely put away so nobody steals that.
This is ridiculous.
Now you go to the DMV, another 3 letters. It's all about 3 letters today.
DMV, HPV, it's all the same to me.
It's all the same thing. Get a smear. There you go and you register your vehicle.
Yeah.
In the state that you live.
Yes.
So then they give you license plates, the crazy things that they put on the outside of the car.
The crazy little things. And famously, my car was under New Jersey for 11 years.
Yes.
And I finally switched it over. You're welcome.
Yeah, because I forced you for 10 years and finally did it. So that's now you register your car. Uh-huh. This is real advice, kids. This is not.
I'm not kidding. This is really important to me personally right now. And Lizzie as well. Just a quick refresher.
Yep, refresher course. So now you register your car. Uh-huh. Now you have to get it inspected.
Okay.
So while you're at the registration place getting the plates, you put the plates on. If you have a screwdriver, hopefully you have a screwdriver.
I actually bought specific screws to go into my license plate because I thought the ones that came with it were ugly. So I bought matte black ones.
Nice. Your choice. Your life, your choice.
Yeah.
So then you go through inspection, and then you get the little sticker that goes on the windshield.
That they put, just a quick critique, they put dead center basically in your windshield, and you can't see shit.
Oh, it's on the lower left.
No, mine is like in the way. Mine is a hazard. But you can't get it off. You can't move it.
No, not till you get it re-inspected. And
so I'm driving blind.
So when next time you go, I go, put it in the lower left.
Okay. But there's another sticker there. There's another sticker in the lower left.
Send me a picture. I'll help you.
Okay.
So now you've registered your car. You've insured. Well, you inspected your car. Well, you need insurance.
Right.
So that you have to give your VIN and your registration to the insurance company so you can get insured.
This is ridiculous.
It's not easy. It's a big process.
And you can't just do it in one place.
I say sell it and Uber everywhere.
You think?
Or get your husband to drive you everywhere. So
okay. First step, get a husband. Yes. Second step,
let
sell
him
my
worry
car.
about this.
Okay. What do I need to have in my car at all times, and what's the one thing I leave at home? Okay, we've learned that you leave your title at home, but you keep your registration in the car.
And insurance card.
And insurance card in the car. Do you need like a safety kit?
Whoa, that was a stretch. So yes, for in your car you need a couple of things.
Okay.
A safety kit is a good thing.
Thank you. I don't have one in my car.
You would never care about the jack or anything, get a tire up because you get AAA. It's a good thing.
Wait, quickly before you tell me what I should have in my car, I'll tell you what I do have in my car.
Okay.
A beach chair.
In case of emergency tan.
Yep. I have a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts napkins from years and years.
Always need napkins.
Always napkins. I have a hairbrush. I have 3 chargers that don't work. Nice. I have a winter jacket.
Just in case.
And I have sunscreen.
I think that's it. And you need they make these little things for glass breaking in your seatbelt in case you're trapped in there. You can cut your seatbelt and break your glass.
I don't have that.
I gave you one.
When?
It's in your glove box.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Right,
as you're sitting there.
All I can see in my glove box is the napkins.
As you're dying from your seatbelt choking you in your glass and it's on fire and it's right there. The saving thing is right there.
And I'm like, with a million napkins. Okay, what should we have in the car?
I'm exhausted. That's it. The window, you need that. I was going to say jumper cables, but you won't know how to use those.
I think I have those. And I actually do know how to use those, or I did, and that might have left my brain to make room for other things.
Yes.
I have a snow scraper.
That's important. In the winter, not so much in the summer.
Yep.
That's about it. The glass breaking thing is very important.
I think the snow scraping thing is also very important. And I've always sort of collected a boyfriend every winter, so I didn't have to do it. And this winter, I didn't have a boyfriend, and I had to dig my car out, and I learned from my mistakes.
It is yes, get a boyfriend.
Seriously. Okay. Does my insurance go up when you run red lights?
So here's the interesting thing about the red lights. If you don't get caught, nobody knows.
But there's cameras everywhere now.
Well, I was going to say, if there's a speed camera, use Waze because it tells you where they're all at.
You know what we really need a sponsorship to?
Waze.
Waze. This man talks about Waze more than anyone I've ever met.
Give you everything. Tell you where the cops are. Tell you where the red light cameras are. All things you can break the law with. This is a great app.
That's so true. You know what that reminds me of? When I had your old car in high school, when Colton and I got our license, Dad gave us his old cars. Classic parent move. You get the old cars, we get new cars situation.
Of course.
But my car, which I obviously totaled, had a police radar in it.
Radar detector, which is obviously illegal. And I'm 16 and I'm going 80 and 20s, y'all. I am speeding to death and getting away with it every single time. I never got a ticket until I totaled my car. True or false? Because you totaled my car. That was my nice car. I did give it to you though, so you.
It's both your fault and the weather's fault, and not my fault.
You're just a shitty driver.
I'm actually an amazing driver in that I drive fast and I take risks.
That's why there's no car.
I have a new car and it's doing just fine, thank you. But it's like a Tonka truck. Okay.
What else?
Does my insurance go up when I run red lights?
If you get tickets, yes, your insurance goes up. Well, speeding tickets depends on. Then they go for points. How many miles above the speeding?
And what's the point system?
It's all works against you. There's points for us by miles, and then your insurance goes up. It's bad.
What about parking tickets?
No, you just have to pay those
But that doesn't affect your
no insurance at all. No,
record?
No, not really.
Okay. And the final sentence was, I don't want to ask my dad because he bought me the car and I'm too embarrassed to ask questions 5 months later. Listen to me now, my bitch. I am 30 years old. I've been driving a vehicle since I was 15. I have asked these questions every 6 months since I was 16. Just ask your dad. It's his fault he had you. And it's his fault that he gave you a vehicle in the first place. So you're allowed to keep asking questions. For example, how do I get my hood open? I've asked that 40 times. Until you die. That is the responsibility of a dad. And if he doesn't answer it, lock him into a contract, get him on a podcast, and he has to answer it for other people. That's my advice.
I don't agree with that.
You don't?
No, I don't at all.
Why?
I think that's the blame game.
Well, that's one of the things that you're pushing constantly.
Which I love.
Great. So pick a side.
I would say you're right. It's up to the dad.
Yep.
And then there's maintenance. When the engine light comes on, like, what do I do? It's probably the engine. So you need to go to a repair shop.
My engine light right now says gas cap.
Oh, I hate when that happens. You know what you do?
What?
Go to the gas cap.
I tried.
Open it up. Undo the gas cap.
Yeah.
Put it back in.
Well, I do that every time I get gas.
But it resets it.
But every time I get gas and I put it back in, it still says gas
it still
cap.
says that? That's probably a sensor thing. Just go there. Go to a place. Then
And
you got to change oil.
My back light is out.
While you're there, they can fix the light.
It's true. Okay, I'll go. I keep telling you this, but my local mechanic wants to buy my car.
He's not buying it.
For his daughter. It's actually really cute. His daughter really wants my car, and he fixes it perfectly because he's like, one day you will sell this to me.
It will. You will. Definitely will.
I will.
Once I get you a city bike.
Remember the time I was on a city bike and it was so bumpy that it like activated something in my phone and it kept calling you that I was in duress?
Yes, you were in duress. I was like, oh my God.
And it was like calling his phone over and over and over, like, your daughter is in duress. You know that emergency thing?
Like you got an accent?
And I was having that, when you're riding a bike and you're like, wow, this city is unlocked for me. The birds are chirping. This is like a girl in a movie. And then I parked the bike, looked at my phone, and I had 100 missed calls from my entire family being like, are you okay?
Somebody kidnapped her.
I mean, I'm pretty annoying. I don't think I'm kidnappable anymore.
Yeah, they would let you out
and
in about
I'm
a minute.
Old. Okay. You're welcome.
And that, that's, we don't really give a lot of solid advice. Ours is usually comedic, and that was solid car advice.
That was solid advice, and it was a good refresher for all of us, I believe.
That's right. So send in your dollars for that kind of advice.
Exactly. And give me your car so I can sell my car to this guy.
We didn't find, what kind of car is it?
Oh, she didn't say. It's giving Daddy's Little Angel, so I'm going to assume what car it is, and it's a light blue Audi.
Oh.
And I think that's a really good guess. Or like an old silver BMW. That's like a classic dad passing the car situation. Next question.
Okay, let me refresh. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you refreshed?
I am refreshed. It feels like the second question.
Okay, good. Question 2. I'm a dad to a wonderful daughter, as you are. Thank you.
Shout out.
Shout out to me. She's a junior in college, my only child, and now at an internship for the summer, several hours away from home. God, you're so well-spoken. She's thriving, but I'm struggling with the empty nest. I'm so proud, but man, it hurts not having her around. David, how have you handled this in the past?
I love the quiet. When most parents are crying, I was crying with joy. I'm like, free at last. Free at last.
Freedom. That's not true, actually. When we got our license, you allegedly, Lexi, my stepmom, said that you cried in the kitchen for an hour.
I did. Well, it was a minute, but it seemed like an hour.
You keep denying the length of... You're not denying that you're crying. You're denying for how long you're crying
Yeah,
for.
it's not really that much. It's just, okay, they're gone.
How has it been? I mean, I know it's heartbreaking for you because I'm clearly the favorite and I'm just so busy and traveling this world.
Yes.
How's it feel? How's it feel?
It feels a lot quieter. It really feels quieter. No, listen, the first thing you should do is change your room into a den. That's the first thing you do.
You've never done that.
I know, but I'm talking to him.
Oh, you're doing what you wanted to do, but you didn't do?
Yeah. I'll live through him.
My room's perfectly intact.
We have too many dens. That's the problem. Otherwise, it will get turned right into a den.
Okay, brag. I still use my room. I use my closet as a storage unit.
I know that. It's the pod.
The pod.
As I guess the storage pod, not the podcast.
So give him nice advice.
So I would, it's interning for the summer. So not going to
This is an only child situation. My dream,
Oh.
by the way. So she's a junior in college. It's his only child.
Right.
And she's at an internship for the summer, several hours away from home. It's giving single dad, I will say.
Yeah. Probably get an apartment close by
And visit.
and visit and get a temporary girlfriend there.
That's a really good idea. Yes, because that's two birds, one stone.
Yeah. Then then you have something to do when you're not seeing your kid.
That's so true. And then you can introduce some drama into the mix.
Yeah. It's too boring with no.
Let's see how close you and your daughter really are when you introduce a girlfriend 15 years younger with a crippling pill addiction, something like that.
No, do a stripper. Really go for it.
Okay. If you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah. If you want to mess that kid up, if you want to challenge, put the kid to a challenge.
Yeah.
Get a stripper.
Get a stripper. I'm sure in whatever city she has this internship in, it's better strip clubs than whatever suburbia you're living in.
Yes, the bigger the city, the better strip bar is what you're trying to say. I agree.
Yes, I think that's famous. Now give some earnest, nice advice. That doesn't include a stripper or pills, which I brought up the pills, to be fair.
I was just going to say take Xanax.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will calm you down. Then you won't even do I even have a daughter at that point?
Do I even have a house, family,
Life,
job?
Me. Do I have me?
Do I have me?
I think it's a transition in life.
Go into that.
You're into the next part of where first your kids move out, you're sad, then you're really happy. And then if they want to move back in, you become sad again. Mm-hmm. So the idea is never let them move back in so you're not sad again.
I never moved back in.
Because I wouldn't let you move back in.
It's win-win.
Exactly.
Rent.
And it's just, it's part of life. You got to go through that.
Yeah.
Because eventually your junior daughter, who's a junior, will become a senior and then graduate and figure out what to do and where to work and may be close to you, may not be close to you, may move away. You may want to move if you're single and depending on your job, maybe you're a Zoom specialist and you can Zoom anywhere.
Oh, the dream.
The dream. And then you could live next to each other.
This is actually an interesting conversation that I'm curious about further, is like the transition from having a child that's a child than to having an adult child. What does that feel like?
It's terrible.
In what way?
Just the whole child thing.
You had too many to commit to that statement.
Oh, God. That is true. What is the question again?
What is the transition from having a child to an adult child? How does that feel? Like, is it weird? Is it weird to see us as toddlers and then now adult humans?
I mean, as a child, I'm responsible for you.
Yes.
The eating, feeding and eating and bathing in school and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And life's things. And then as adult, I kept you alive long enough. Now it's up to you. So hopefully you don't do the wrong things.
But I'm saying emotionally. If you dare dive into that.
Do you want me to cry again for a minute?
Yes. Cry again for 30 seconds. What does that feel like? Is it strange?
It's very strange. It's because I don't feel old or older, and I can't. It's strange even to have kids because you're like, I'm still a kid, and then once your kids grow up, you're like, wow, they're adults and wow, they're humans, and now it's doesn't feel like I'm older to even have. I can't be 62 and you be 30. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right, because you're 30.
Because I'm eternally 18.
Right. That is so crazy.
You will see. It's that song, The Cat's in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon.
Little boy blue and the man in the moon. Come on.
That's all I remember.
I think that's beautiful.
It is. It's part of life. You get older, kids get older, enjoy every minute you have. And get a podcast with your kids, and then you can see them a lot.
I mean, this is such a hack that we figured out, is if you figure out a way to work, get paid with your parent, you win.
And it's not a work release program from prison.
No.
For some kind of bank heist.
But we could figure that out as well.
Yeah, we could pull off a bank heist.
Okay, third one real quick.
Okay.
Hi, Gabby and Gabby's dad. Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I'm a 29-year-old woman I want a kid, but I also want to do a PhD, become rich and famous, and have no responsibilities. Girl, preach. I feel like I'm running out of time biologically to make a decision. Help. Bonus question. Why is having a uterus such a waking nightmare? Do you want to answer that second question?
Yeah. Goes back to what do we say? Don't trust anybody who bleeds 5 days a month and lives. That's probably the first thing that shows that that's the devil.
We're a mutation at our core.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm just going to read that again. Hi, Gabby and Gabby's dad. I smell merch. Hi, Gabby and Gabby's dad. Yes, that feels good. I'm a 29-year-old woman. I want a kid, but I also want a PhD. Here's what I have to say. The science is there. We've been to the moon. What's that actress that just had twins at like 50?
Yeah, but that wasn't her uterus. That thing's all dried up and dead.
Well, where do you think she put it? In her armpit?
Maybe she has armpit baby.
It was her uterus.
No, you pay another younger uterus.
No, she was pregnant and gave birth.
Yeah, with somebody else's eggs. Those eggs are all spoiled.
No, it was 50? Her egg. You freeze an egg.
Oh, frozen egg.
Yeah. We need to have that discussion, by the way.
I didn't freeze mine.
Yeah, I know. And that's why we all came out rotten.
Exactly.
Okay.
So let's examine that. So she's 29.
She's 29.
So here's
which is
the
that
first
critical.
thing.
29 is a scary age because you're like, I'm young, but I'm dying. I'm young, but I'm dying.
But you still have to you're 40. Like 40
Yes.
something, 42 before you start having, kids that are all deformed and all.
I would say 43 till you start having kids that are all deformed.
Yeah.
Eva Mendes just had a baby at 42, 45. Like, we're good. So I had that panic at 29 too, where I'm like, my eggs are rotting. They're rotting. I need to do a full fridge clean out.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, I'm actually the youngest girl in the world and I have time.
You have time. You definitely have time with the 29.
Also, when you have kids later in life, you meet your husband. What I've seen is that you meet your husband and in a year you have kids because you're like, we're already 39. Like it's go
Right.
time. Like when you have kids younger, you've been together for 10 years and then you're like, let's finally have a kid. Older people, they're moving. They're grooving.
Gotta get busy. Now, the other two things don't make sense to me.
What?
She wants to be a PhD,
Yeah.
right? And then
Rich and famous.
be rich and famous.
And have no responsibility.
And have no responsibility. So
this makes perfect sense to me,
let's
by the way.
connect responsibility and PhD, right? So if you're a doctor, your whole life is responsibility, and it's around the clock, unless you do lips and tits. Then it doesn't matter.
Always suggest to do that.
Yes.
By the way,
go for lips and tits.
That's one of our favorite industries.
That's how you get rich and famous. Not a lot of wow, my lip fell off, or my tit fell off.
Yeah.
To go to emergency room.
But here's the beautiful thing about society today, is that you could be a PhD and be rich and famous. It's called TikTok, baby.
Oh.
Also, PhD can mean anything. That doesn't mean you're a doctor. That could mean, you're a doctor in different things. You could be like a historian, which is a mistake.
And you'll make tens of dollars. Same with this. I got my PhD in English. Great, so you could read Lord of the Rings better than me. Who cares?
Go fuck yourself,
yeah,
seriously.
Who fucking cares? Are you saving a life there? No.
I think that we're going to combine this advice here because I totally understand what you're saying. Every millennial is constantly and they're right on the cusp, but every millennial is constantly like, do I go back to grad school? That's all we do. All we do is maybe I'll just go back to grad school. I did that to you 30. I called you 30 times and I was like, I'm going to go to grad school. You're like, no, you're not.
No, for what? Movement class again?
Exactly. I nailed movement class. I can move better than anyone you know.
Yes, that was $250,000 to roll on the floor and
You made me go. So
act like a cucumber. Or
don't
whatever.
act like a cucumber. Don't be high on your horse because you're the one who made me go.
I did.
I think don't have kids right now. Your eggs aren't even rotted.
No, you got time.
You got time. Get the PhD in something that will make money. Monetize that, bring that into the media realm, start a show about whatever you have a PhD in. Then you have a PhD, you're rich, you're famous, and then you hand that off to someone like Lizzie, and now you have no responsibilities. Do you see that?
And you could be like, I like that. You came full circle. And then you can even be like a Dr. Phil.
Yes.
How great is that? He doesn't even if he gives bad advice, it's fine.
Who cares? He's an actress at his core.
Exactly. Which all shrinks are.
And having a uterus is a waking nightmare, obviously.
I say chain it to the bumper and rip it out.
Perfect end to that. I couldn't agree more. That's been this episode of Let Me Ask My Dad podcast. Please send your questions to letmeaskmydadpod@gmail.com and we will give you advice. That's the right way of saying that. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We love you so much. Bye.
Gabby is my girl. We play together, we sing together.